Okay, I'm going to discuss the first two licks. These are just fills that I used, and they're pretty simple fills, pretty generic mandolin fills in the keys of E and A that I threw in on this song. You never can tell. Uh, Pretty simple fills, and number one and two on the sheet music that hopefully you've downloaded now. If you haven't, go to my site, theamateurmandolinist.com, and get the sheet music. Either that or you can just learn it by ear, because I'm not going to explain note by note. I'm just going to play these. What I want to do is demonstrate and then discuss them a little bit. So lick number one. That's the way it goes. Lick number two, same thing, but in the key of E. So both of those are the same, basically, but in two different keys. For lick number one, we start on the A note here on the G string, that's in the second fret. And then what I'm doing is I am hammering from the fifth fret to the sixth fret. And typically I'll hammer this with my pinky. Now you may need to build some pinky strength in order to master that, but it's a good thing to do. And you can practice that hammer on just by holding your mandolin in the proper position that you would normally play in, and hold down this. This is a C note here, and it is on the G string. Hold down this C note and hammer from C to C sharp. Try to get a good, clean sound on that C sharp. So it's a good thing to practice your pinky and strengthen your pinky. Now there are other ways you could play that. You could also use your second finger and hammer with your third. Or you could just catch this note, your C, with the third finger and slide it. So I'm going to demonstrate each one of those. So that was with the pinky. Now we're going to hammer with the third finger. And finally we're going to just slide with the third finger. And you've noticed already, and you've noticed if you're looking at the sheet music, that these licks are really in two parts. First part, and that's a dotted quarter note, I think. Then we start up here at the 7th fret for the second part. Okay, hope this has helped. Enjoy. Here's the third lick that I show there, and I'm using this at the end of a lot of the verses. The very end of a lot of the verses, I use this little filler as a tag, and it goes by open string A, slide to your 4th fret, then you got open string E, then the 2nd fret, and then you play the 8th note at the 5th fret. Now you can, I think in the tablature, I've got a double stop here, like, but actually you can throw double stops all up in there. which is the way I tend to do it when I play. That's a good ending lick. Okay, the fourth lick that I have on the tablature is a little lick that I'm throwing in sometimes starting on the second beat after, at the end of a sung phrase. And I think it's in the A part, key of A part of the song. Anyway, the lick goes like this. Now, we're starting on the C note, going down to the 2, and then you're sliding from the 3rd fret to the 4th fret. That's from that would be from a flat 3rd to the major 3rd in the key of A. 3rd fret to the 4th fret, and then you hit the E note, open E. Cool little bluesy kind of a lick that you can throw in. Bluegrass or a little blues rock like the song that we're looking at here. You can use it as a bluegrass lick, and it's just for the key of A. Real typical mandolin lick. Okay, lick number 5 is a lick in the key of E that I'm throwing in at the end of some of the vocal phrases. And it's sort of, it's very similar to the G run lick used in bluegrass that Lester Flatt used to play a lot, and then everybody since him. Anyway, it goes like this. So you start on the E note, then you got this little chromatic thing here where you gotta you're going from the 4th fret to the 5th and sliding up to the 6th. You've got your minor 3rd here and your major 3rd here, so you're sliding from the minor to the major 3rd, but you're playing that 2nd as well. Key of E. When you slide up to this note, you've got both strings playing a unison here. That's it. Now, you can also take that lick down to E, to the A string, and play it like this. Well, actually, let's move it here into the key of A onto the G string. Let's play it on the G string first. You can play it in the key of A. Now, I don't think I used that in the song, but it's the exact same lick, just moved to a different string. But I will say that that run is used at the very end of the song as a ending tag. You're not going to find that in the tablature either, but that would be down here on the A string. There's your A note. There's your 2nd, major, minor 3rd, major 3rd. So it's like this. think at the end of that song, I played it like this. Something like that. I'd have to listen to it again to be sure. But you see, those are all really the same licks. Okay. Now the sixth lick that I show in the tablature is the easiest of all. Basically, you're just playing octaves. So you've got the D flat note here, or C sharp. Got the C sharp note here. You got the C sharp note here. So you're playing the A string on the 4th fret and the E string at the 9th fret. That's a pretty little octave. Jethro Burns was big on playing octaves, but this lick is nothing but the octave. You just use this finger and you're going. You'll hear that in there from time to time at the end of a vocal phrase. You'll just hear that little diddly there, and it goes. You notice I'm starting on an upstroke, and if you look at the written music, you'll see that it starts on the and of the one. One and one and one and two. See where are we at? Yeah, we're looking at 1 and 2 and 2 and 3. No, 3 and. It's on the end of the 3. Anyway, if you look at the music, you'll see that these licks are syncopated. So you got the 1 like that. So I'm starting with an upstroke and I'm ending with an upstroke. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I'm an alternate picker. So we've got that little lick there, and all it is the octave, and it's like this. Okay. Now, as another bonus, I guess, the final bonus here, I'm also playing there this A. So sometimes you'll hear this lick, and sometimes you'll hear this lick. It gives a lower sound. And in both of those, of course, I'm sliding down at the end, like that. So we got. And that's it for the licks. These are all pretty simple. And you can play around with those basic notes, in the keys of E and A, and come up with your own licks. Those are just some that I threw in as I recorded that tune. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. This is going to be the very last thing that I do for this lesson, so arrivederci. I'm just going to say peace, love, and mandolins. Play hard.